Welcome to BesTeas, where the tea is hot and the laughs are even hotter.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Sean.
We're your favorite duo.
Ready to spill with you, dish with you, and serve up all the laughs.
Let's get into it.
Hey besties, quick question. When was the last time you did absolutely nothing and didn't feel guilty about it? If you just laughed because same, then this episode is for you. We live in a world that glorifies being busy. Like, if you're not hustling, multitasking, or running on caffeine and anxiety, are you even trying? But what if I told you that rest is just as productive?
Today, we're breaking down why slowing down isn't lazy, how to actually enjoy downtime without that annoying guilt creeping in, and why simply existing is sometimes enough, y'all. So grab your coziest blanket, put your to-do list on Do Not Disturb, and let's talk about the joy of doing absolutely nothing. But first, we're going to talk about the complaints department. Brittany, what you got for us this week?
My complaints about myself for you, because I feel like with this goddamn podcast, I'm like, this time works, this time doesn't work, this time works, I'm gonna be late. Oh, you're already there? Oh, I'm sorry. So my complaint is on behalf of you, for me.
Listen, I think it's hard for the people listening or watching. It's hard to find some time to, record the pod and make sure we have enough time to edit and Brett has enough time to do social media. It's hard out here. And you would think, well, I guess more so for today, I've kind of been like, whatever, I'm free whenever. But yeah, I mean, it's a busy weekend. It's Easter for those who celebrate. So people are just busy. So don't feel bad, boo, because there's plenty of times where I've done that to you.
No, and literally, I feel like I lived a lifetime just in today. I woke up, showered, blow dried my hair. We went to bagel time in Worcester. Then we went to Jeff's mom's house. And she had those felt things on the bottom of her chair so it didn't scratch the floor. But then she also had these booty things that were way too big. So some chairs had 3 booties and 1 felt thing. One chair had 3 felt things on one leg. And
oh my God.
Yeah, and none on the other. And it was just a catastrophe. So I had bought these other booties that they're so much better. They're so much you can't even tell they're there because they're clear. These ones, the other ones were clear and frosted with the red bottom, and these have a cork bottom, so it just kind of blends in with the wood. It's so much better. So she has 8 chairs, so I did her 8 chairs. And because we had cut up potatoes and we had done broccoli Jennifer, and then we brought corn too for tomorrow because we wanted to make sure that was there because we're going to my sister's in the morning. But while I was doing the chairs, Jeffrey was literally assembling their couch because Bob's Furniture brought it in a big box. So the back was not on from the seat, and then he had to hook up electrical things because they have recliners.
Oh
and
my God.
I know, and then they also had a chair as well. And then after, we had to go to the Auburn Mall because that's where Jeffrey's haircut place is. They just moved into the mall, so I was like, oh, I'll walk around the mall, get last minute things.
You did all of this today?
Yeah.
Yo, girl, it's only 1:30 p.m.
I know.
You certainly have lived a fucking day, man. Damn.
But this is what has to happen because I'm so freaking busy.
Yeah.
I'm just beyond busy. So, I went and walked around the mall, which that's another complaint. All the stores are going out of business. I was going to walk around American Eagle. It's not even there anymore. It's LA 7 or something. I'm like, yeah, no. So then after the haircut and after the mall, then we went to the UPS store because I had to make returns because I bought 2 types of those leg booties and a dress for a baby shower that didn't fit. So I had to buy another dress and then
Jesus.
And then return the little chair booty things. And then when you messaged me ready, I was doing the Easter baskets for my nieces. I did Easter bags for Jeff's parents and then my parents.
Nice.
And so yeah, it's just I'm ready to be done after coming off my last week of training, and going into office driving an hour and a half there, hour and a half back for 4 days. Like, I'm ready to do nothing, and tomorrow is going to be nothing but running around and going to my sister's house, setting up their egg hunt. But then I also made them a scavenger hunt to find their baskets. And I put all the eggs together for their Easter egg hunt. And then we're going to hop in the car, and I'm doing a charcuterie type board for that with like muffins and pastries and blah, cheese, whatever, hummus and strawberries. And then we're going to Jeff's mom's house. So we have to drive like, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour to get there. And then we have to help cook dinner and do all that. And it's like,
wow, this is perfect for today's topic. That's
no.
really sitting there doing nothing.
Yesterday, Jeffrey went golfing. I don't even know what I started talking about, to be honest, but Jeffrey went golfing, and he was like, because I'm like, we have to go groceries, and he like, you know, out of sight, out of mind. He has no idea like what we have to get, what we have to do.
Yeah.
You know, to like get to his parents, to get on time for his haircut, all this stuff. So he's like, oh, I'm playing 9 rounds of golf. This is at like 1:30. I'm like, okay. And then he gets there. He's like, so we're playing 18. I'm like, okay, are you going to be done? Like, so when I'm done work at 4:30, we can go groceries? And he's like, probably not. He's like, but you can pick me up. And like, he was golfing with this guy that he doesn't normally like get to golf with or hang out because whatever. So I was like, you just go. And then after work, I just like laid on the couch and watched my shows for an hour. And I was like, this is fucking heaven.
Yeah.
But then we didn't get home till like 9 o'clock at night from grocery shopping and finishing the Easter basket stuff.
And then you were fucking up at the ass crack of dawn this morning doing shit.
I was up. I stayed up until midnight last night, and then I looked at the clock. I'm like, I need to go to sleep. Of course, Jeffrey's snoozing beside me. And then I woke up, and it was like 5:45, and I'm like, oh, looks like I'm ready to drive into work. Like, why am I up?
I am dead.
And then I was like, I'll sleep until 7, and then I think I got up at like 6:30 and just started like showering and getting going, and I'm like,
getting your shit together.
But anyways, back
Damn.
to Sean.
So my complaint this week is I found a screw, not a nail. I found a screw in my tire, right in the tread of my front tire.
Oh, is that why they have your car?
Yes. So, well, and I needed like an oil change and just like the regular tune-up stuff, but when I took it there, you know, they're like, okay, why did you come in? I'm like, okay, for like my, you know, oil change maintenance, but there is a screw that is in my tire and I need someone to take it out. And I was like, it's not losing any air. My tire's fine, but like there's a screw in there. So I want you to take it out and then plug the hole. So this place, I don't know if your car place does this, but my car place, like they'll send you a video of your whole entire car and they'll like send a video to let you know like, okay, this is good, these are some problems, whatever. So he sends me the video and he's like showing me the wheel that has the screw in it, the inside of it. He's like, I rubbed it all down with water. It's been here for 15 minutes. There's no air coming out, like your tire's good, buddy. And I'm like thinking to myself like, no, it's on the fucking tread, it's not on the inside or the outside of the tire, like it's there. So they call me right after and they're like, oh yeah, like your tire is fine, I'm not sure what you're talking about, so like you save $36. And I'm like, okay, great, but like there is a fucking screw there. Like, I'm telling you, there is a screw. And he was like, well, was it there this morning? And I was like, yeah. Like, I check it every fucking morning when I drive my car because I'm nervous that my tire is going to pop. And he was like, well, he did a thorough inspection. Like, he looked through all 4 of your tires and, like, none of them have a screw. So it must have fallen out on its way here. So I'm just like, okay. And then he starts explaining to me, like mansplaining, you know, sometimes things get in our tires and they're not long enough to penetrate, you know, the inner lining of your tire. So you're probably fine. And I'm like, thank you, sir. Like, I understand that, but I'm telling you, like, there was a fucking screw there. So before we hung up, I just said, okay, like, if you wouldn't mind, please just give it one more, like, look over, make sure it's not there, because if I go to pick it up and there's a screw in my tire, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just like I'm sick of shit like that happening because the last thing I want is to have like get a flat tire, have my tire blow or something while I'm driving. And like I just got those tires 2 oil changes ago. So like they're literally brand new. I don't drive much here. I haven't driven a lot of miles on them, so like they should be fine. So I was pissed like if I had to replace them. So I guess it's good that I don't have to replace them, but I hate when that happens because then I just feel like I look like a freaking idiot.
No, I mean, you want to make sure. I mean, I'm sure they deal with way worse people than you, so like whatever. But I will say, I don't know who it was, and I feel like it's like a dream. Someone said that they had a screw or a nail in their tire, but it was only the head that was like stuck in between the like tire tread. That like
Oh, okay.
so maybe like that's what happened because you looked in your wheel, saw that there was no penetration. It's just like the head of the screw, just like
Yeah.
in
It
a
could have been. It could have been. I mean, it was not in the middle. It was like right on where the tread like meets the pavement, but it is possible that like maybe it was broken so only just like a little piece of it went in there and maybe when they like took the tire off or something it bounced out. Like I don't know, but all I know is like I'm good. It's not there. It'll be fine as long as, it's not there when I drive away.
yeah.
When I go to pick it up.
But like, did I tell you what happened to my tire? Remember when and this is one of those times that I was like, yeah, we'll do the podcast tonight. Completely forgot we were doing a podcast. Brought my car.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I went to get an inspection, and they're like, your car is great, but your back passenger tire is completely like ready to blow. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm gonna pass you, but like, go get that fixed. And I was like, oh my god, I have to drive an hour and a half both ways like next week. I'm screwed.
Shit.
And I felt it. It was flat. There was no tread on my tire. Like not just like oh it's lower than a penny head or whatever.
Oh wow.
So, but it was
Bitch was bald.
yeah. But it was only the back and like not even bald, Sean. It was like smooth. Like it was like
Wow.
but it was only the back passenger.
That's bizarre.
Now why would I ever notice that?
Right.
Um
And that's bizarre that it was only one tire.
right. So I got an alignment and like I'm hoping that doesn't happen again, but I'm like that has never happened. Normally it's like, oh, your 2 back tires need to be replaced. Your 2 front tires or all 4 tires, like never one tire. Like that's weird.
That is weird.
And
That's bizarre.
Like, did someone switch out my fucking tire?
Well, you fixed it, bitch. That's all that matters.
Yeah, $300 later.
Ugh. Dude, the shit is so expensive. But you know what? I'm always like that huge advocate of like, if I do all of the recommended maintenance and I do what I need to do, like I've never had an issue with my car. And I'm a true believer it's because I've paid that little extra money to like get there. Like today when I showed up, they're like, okay, it's recommended that you do like your 42,000 mile tune up, and then they like show you what it is, and I'm like, you know what, yeah, like that's fine, I'll fucking do it because it's $100 extra, but I'm like, okay, to have everything topped off, have all my other shit good to go, and I have everything that I need, like I'm good, because I would rather keep it in mint condition because I want this car forever. I love my car. I'm obsessed with it. I don't want to give it away. So like I want to make sure it lasts as long as possible.
Yeah, and what's $100 at that rate? Like
exactly. To have peace of mind that like everything's done.
And also, I mean, I just go to like mom and pop shops, and I know you're in a more populated area where things like I think you said you brought it to the dealership.
I did, yeah.
But I don't think they even do that for Jeffrey's, where they like go around with a video. Like that's kind of nice.
Yeah, and it's honestly like I used to go to like mom and pop places. My first Subaru that I had, I used to bring it to Speedy all the time, and they put in the engine. What the hell is it? The like the fluid, the engine fluid, whatever. they put that in where the oil goes rather than where the oil is supposed to go. So I blew my whole entire transmission in my car.
What car was
Thanks
this?
thanks to them. That was my Impreza.
Did you like do something about it?
Oh yeah, I sued them.
Did you?
And yes, I sued them and I basically sued them for because I had to get a whole brand new engine because the whole thing blew. It was like 75 it was like $7,500. So I literally brought the like paperwork to the Speedy and I said, someone is paying this bill, but it's not me. And then I ended up having to like contact insurance and get an attorney to like get them to freaking pay everything. And they did realize it was they were at fault. So ever since then, I have never brought my car to anywhere but a Subaru dealership because, of course, like the guy at Speedy was just like, oh, I'm sorry, but sometimes it's hard with these Subarus because they have that specific engine. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if you're recommending to flush all my fluids and refill them and you're refilling them in a different fucking hole where the oil is supposed to go, you're not, like, you should not be a fucking mechanic
Right,
at
you're
all.
the subject matter expert at this.
Right,
Like,
exactly. So ever since then, I just go to the dealership. Tires, I will get like if I need to, I'll go. Like before I left, I got
tire
tires.
box.
But like I've gone to like Pete's Tire Barn or like I'll go to a tire place for that or like Firestone or some of those other places. But for anything like oil, transmission, like any of that shit, I always go to Subaru.
That makes sense.
I don't fuck with that shit.
Also, how much money did they give you? Did they give you the $7,500?
Yes, for my old car. Yeah, they covered literally the whole entire cost of fixing my car.
Oh, so you fixed it. You didn't just get a new one?
No, I ended up fixing it and then insurance covered like my rentals because I had rentals for almost a month because there was so much back and forth of whether they were going to fix it or not. And then I ended up when we moved I ended up getting the Crosstrek like probably a year later. So kind of funny how that worked out, but yeah, it was. I had that car for a little while longer before I got a new car.
Huh.
But yeah, I was fucking pissed.
Yeah, I would have too. Yeah, my mom went to, I don't know where she went, but they didn't put the cap on her oil on all the way. So it was spewing oil the entire time she was driving because the pressure. So she got home and she was like driving it around for a few days and she finally, like her oil light came on or something. I don't know what happened to her if her car was making a weird noise. She opened it, oil's dripping everywhere. It's all over the hood. Me and Jeff checked it and I was like, Mom, check your oil. She's like, I don't know, like, and I was like, check the dipstick. She's like, it's on there. I literally wiped it, dipped it in, dry. The whole thing completely dry. I'm like, Mom, you can't drive this anywhere. And they were like, it was someplace in New Hampshire because she was visiting my sister because it was like right over the line of New Hampshire. And they were like, well, can you drive it here? I'm like, do not drive it there. They want you to blow your car up so they can say it was your fault. Like, you knew you had no oil. And, like,
Right.
I'm like, you're not driving it there. And they, like, wanted to come here. And I'm like, no, you need to get this towed somewhere and have someone else look at it because who knows what damage is done already.
Right.
So we had it towed to the place I go in North Brookfield. And they're like, nope, we think you caught it in time. Like, just, we're going to put oil in it. And the oil place ended up paying for it. Like the first place ended up paying for it. I don't know how much it was, but I was like, you're not paying for this. And her car's been fine ever since, which thank God, but that could have really been bad.
Oh, 100%. It could have started a fire too.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that shit's fucking nuts to me. Like, pay attention, yo. It's people's fucking cars.
But, like, those places that are, like, quick like that, like, Speedy and, like, whatever, like, I don't think those are, like, I think those are people that, like, hate their job and are just starting out, which kind of sucks, but it's, like, pay attention. Like,
For real.
What are you doing?
For fucking real.
Just scary.
So scary. All right, so let's get to the topic here. Do you have any other complaints?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay. Um, so yeah, the joy of doing nothing, learning to rest without guilt. What are your thoughts around this topic, Brittany? What are your thoughts around doing nothing?
I do. I do love it and I do hate it. I mean,
And let's clarify, what do we mean by doing nothing? Like just sitting and like reading or sitting and like aimlessly watching a show? Like, is that considered doing nothing?
I think that's considered doing nothing.
Okay.
What do you agree or just
No, that's kind of how I thought about it while we were, discussing things to talk about for this pod. Like that is kind of what I thought of, is like just those lazy days where you feel like doing absolutely nothing.
You're not doing
so you
anything
just
for anyone.
watch.
Just
Huh?
You're only worried about yourself.
Right.
I guess is what my take is. Like you're not doing something for someone else. You're pouring back into your own cup.
Oh my god. I think you just like made me have a revelation just by saying that. Because you're so right. It is. It's about like fulfilling our cup or like fulfilling ourselves. The only person who feels guilty when they're not moving around or doing anything is you. People don't care, or like if you have a significant other, like they don't care that you're not doing nothing. Like, because I just think about the situation with Kevin and I, like, perfect example. We don't have anything going on this weekend. It's been the first weekend in quite a few weekends that we have had free. And he just so happened to kind of catch a cold. So he is kind of taking it easy today. And, last night we were like, perfect. Like, we won't do anything this weekend. Like, we'll just chill. And we woke up this morning. We brought my car in for service. And then we got back and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to wash the car, Kevin's car. And he was like, you really don't have to do that. And I'm like, yeah, but like it's dirty. Like I wanna, it hasn't been washed since you bought it, which was like a couple months ago. I'm like, let's just like, I'll get it nice and pretty and clean. And I'm like, are you gonna complain that I'm cleaning it? And he's like, no. So I'm like, all right, like I'll clean it. I'll do whatever. I ended up cleaning the inside. I wiped everything down, and he comes out in the garage with the dogs, and I was like, so what are you gonna do? And he was like, I'm just gonna like sit here and watch you and keep you company. And I was like, well, let's like go through the garage. Like, let's clean some stuff out. Like, and he's like, oh my gosh, which like we've been talking about wanting to do and needing to do. So like, it's definitely been something that's on the list, but obviously Kevin just wants to kind of chill. So after he finished with the garage, I like swept the garage and like cleaned the rest of the, floor and stuff like that. And now he's just like chilling. And I said to him, I'm like, we can chill for the rest of the day. Like, that's fine. So we'll probably end up like watching a movie or who knows, binging something new. Like, who knows what we'll end up doing. But yeah, it is very much, I feel like if I'm sitting around for too long, I'm like lazy or I'm not doing enough or I could be doing something. Like for me, there's always a list in my head, right? Of like, oh, well, I could clean the counters or I could vacuum down here or I could, whatever random thing it may be. So I think like you're right. We are our own biggest critics when it comes to like just sitting around relaxing and doing nothing, because it's very hard. I think nowadays it's very hard to do that.
Yeah, no, it's like super hard. And with like Jeffrey's parents getting older, it's like I told him, I was like, I think I want to leave the house by this time. He's like, but my haircut's not till this time. And I'm like, yeah, but like something always comes up at your parents or your mom's like, can we do this? Can we do that? And like, it's not a burden. Like if we're there, we're there. Like, but I'd rather plan the time for it. Like I'm
right. Be prepared for it.
Right. And I'm constantly just thinking ahead. And I thought his sister said that she was going to be there when they deliver the couches. So I just thought like maybe they would like put the couch together, whatever. But when we got there this morning, Jeff's like, let's see the new couch. And everything was still in boxes. And I was like, see, Jeffrey, like this is why. Like I said, let's leave early. Like I knew something was going to come up. I knew it.
Yeah.
Like, and so it was perfect. And she's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, why are you sorry? I'm like, this is literally what we plan to do. Help you until the haircut. And we weren't late for the haircut or anything.
Yeah, see, so that's nice.
Yeah, but it's like draining to do everything, like everything that I listed this morning, and you really do have to plan, 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 and like that takes a lot out of you too. And
Yeah.
like, some days I'm like, Jeffrey, I wish I was just along for the ride like you. Like, let me hop in the passenger seat,
But
please.
that's the thing is like for people with our personalities, it's never gonna be that. Like there's never gonna be a moment where we're just like, oh, we'll just go with the flow and like have a plan because we're always the one that they look to be like, so what's the plan today or what are we doing today?
Well, Jeffrey will be like, I don't want to plan. I'm like, but we have to. You don't understand. Like, we have so much that we have to accomplish. Like, it's the 6 P's. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance. And I say it all the
Wow.
time.
Listen to you. We're learning a lot from Brittany today. Wisdom, wisdom with Brittany.
But I'm like, you have to. Like, but I did, like, we were driving home and I put my hand on his leg and I was like, I cannot wait to do nothing. But again, you have to plan. Like, I didn't want his mom to be stressed out that the broccoli Jennifer and the potatoes, like, weren't going to be there, like,
Right.
while we're at my sister's. So I didn't want her to be like, when are they going to get here? When are they going to get here? Well, we have to boil the potatoes. They're late. Like, I didn't want people waiting on us.
Yeah.
So I was like, we're going to have to drop it off the day before to, like, make sure we're not stressing her out. So, like, literally we were peeling potatoes at like 9 p.m. last night. But then it's like if you plan well enough, then like we get to rest tonight. We can throw in a frozen pizza if we want. We can order out.
Right.
We can have a bowl of cereal. Like,
because all the hard work is done.
Right. Like we can have a moment instead of like waking up with the ass crack of Christ tomorrow and peeling potatoes and then going there first and then
I mean, that does make sense. Like, sometimes you have to be busy to, like, not do anything, which I will say, like, for us, we're alone this holiday. So, you know, tomorrow we're pretty much just going to be, like, vegging out all day. And that's what we did on Christmas. Like, we just hung out, we vegged. Like, it honestly was great. It was fun. But
I'm jealous. I'm so
I think
jealous.
for me, it's like, at least I feel like I've been better about taking a little bit more time, which I can't really say it's doing nothing. Like the only time I'm absolutely doing nothing is when I take 15 to 20 minutes every single day and I meditate. That is truly like when I am just laying there, I'm concentrating, I'm deep breathing, like I'm doing whatever I need to do to follow the guided meditation. But like that to me is doing nothing. Like I'm recharging, I'm recentering myself, I'm figuring out like my mind is not racing, I'm not going in a million different directions. And another thing for me, which is why I said like I'm not really doing nothing, but like taking the dogs for a walk and just like putting an earbud in and like listening to an audiobook while I'm walking. I know you're walking and you're doing something, but to me it's doing nothing. It's like, okay, this is kind of like my break time to just like take a walk, take a little rest, like go recharge, reset myself. Like those are the types of moments that I think are important. And I think if you're the type of person that like needs to watch a movie or like read a book or just like I don't know, like sometimes I'll take a bath and just like lay there for an hour in a nice warm bath and not do anything. Like I think we need to do that for our mental health and for our sanity, and I think we have to start being better about like allowing ourselves that time to do that by ourselves and just like be on our own and take a minute and veg out if we need to or want to, and not sit here and constantly be like, oh, we have to do this, and this. Like, yeah, I think I'll always be like that, but I have to be better about like, yeah, well, I could get to it tomorrow. You know, like the list is still going to exist tomorrow, and there's going to be, even if I finish everything on the list today, I'm going to have more shit on the list tomorrow. So, like, let's just save it all and we'll push it back a day and we'll just do random shit or hang out or just like do absolutely nothing and just recharge.
Yeah, no, exactly. And what you're talking about with the walking and the audiobook or the podcast or whatever, that is called habit stacking. You're taking two habits and combining them. Like for me, that would be like watching my shows while I'm walking because it's easier for me to walk on the treadmill in front of the TV because it keeps my pace and I get done in 45 minutes versus like a half hour. And I get both things done. I get to watch my show and I get to work out. So it's just.
Did you read Atomic Habits?
I think I read that like forever ago.
Yeah. So I was going to say that's like kind of how I got some of that was from reading that book because it's habit stacking. It's just doing multiple, like if I can get multiple things done at one time, I'll just do them and I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm getting a nice walk for myself and for the dogs and I get to listen to
it's like triple stacking, right?
My audiobook or podcast. Yeah, that's true. I guess it's triple stacking, but yeah, I think we, especially now, I think people we don't know how to slow down. We don't know how to take a break. I can't say all of us, but, I feel like a lot of us, there's just so much anxiety around, we have to constantly be moving or doing things or whatever. And, I think finding some time in the day, even if you don't meditate, but if you just like sit and chill or like you tell yourself every morning, like, okay, or every night when you get home, like, I'm going to watch this one show for a half an hour and, like, sit down, do nothing, watch the show, pay attention. Like, that is also a good habit to form to just, like, reset your brain and, just kind of recharge yourself in a way.
Amen.
Amen, sister.
What do they say in The Little Rascals? They say something and then they're like, amen.
Oh, I forget. Are you sure it's Little Rascals or is it Mean Girls?
Oh.
I think you're thinking of Mean Girls when they're like,
in
and
Africa?
That's on the third day, God created the bullet relax rifle to shoot off the dinosaurs and the homosexuals. Amen. Oh, God.
It sounds like the little boy from The Little Rascals.
It does. It
That's
literally.
That you knew. That's really
That's like
funny.
one of my favorite fucking quotes from that movie. It's so funny.
Homosexual.
It's so fucking funny. Oh, God. So what have you done anything this week, Brittany, that was like nothing, that you just like sat and chilled?
No, I mean driving 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Really takes that. I the first day I tried to walk on my walking pad until Jeff got home from coaching golf, and I only got like 20 minutes in, and I made it like a little over a mile. And the rest of the week I couldn't fit it in because we just had to go to dinner, and then we had to do this, and then we had to do that, and it's like.
Well, and when you work all day and then you're in the car for an hour and a half on the way home, the last thing you want to do is I would want to just collapse on the fucking couch. I wouldn't want to.
But I couldn't.
Right.
Ugh. No,
so
nothing this week.
I think that's what we should do. We should like try to remind each other each week. Like we'll text each other and just say, make sure you do something this week to like take a minute for yourself. Let's start holding each other accountable, besties. Let's get in each other's ears. Get the devil and the angel on the shoulder. Whatever you need to do. Let's get it together. And let's send some reminders to take a chill pal every now and then.
Yeah. Let's all just breathe in and breathe out and
For real.
take a motherfucking chill pill.
Take up space in your own minds where you don't have to do anything.
Literally.
And don't feel bad for it. Stop fucking feeling bad for it. We all do enough. Let's be real. Get that shit out of your head right now. And you know what? If you're thinking about it, have me or Brittany in your ear saying, take your time, bitch. Take a break. Take a break, bitch.
Right. I know.
Vibes.
All
right. Should we move on to the next section?
Yeah.
Perfect.
The roast.
Let's move on to the roast. So, for those of you who are new here, each week we conduct a roast review where we pick a series, movie, or maybe even a guilty pleasure and give you all our honest, unfiltered take. What's worth your time, what's not, and what had us yelling at the screen. Brittany, get on into it. What do you got for us this week?
our Lord and Saviors, Paige DeSorbo and Hannah Berner. Their book
Perfect.
came out on Tuesday, and on my long drive, I did listen to the entire thing in one day.
Okay.
Or no, I think maybe it cut into the second day a little bit, but I did finish this book, I know, within 2 days.
Okay.
And it's just like, it honestly was exactly what I needed to hear going into this week and getting claims and like starting on the floor, because it talks about being delusional and like I think it's like the chapter's like called like Delulu.
So is it funny?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's hilarious. It's like their podcast, the Giggly
Okay.
Squad. I mean, I feel like they're like us, where like they just like talk, not that we like talk a bunch of shit, but like we do to the point where like we just giggle about things. We're not like being malicious and we don't really mean it, but like
What
just,
bantering?
yeah, it's like when we talk about Joanne, not my aunt. The song.
Love you, Auntie Joe.
Yeah, literally, shouts out. But the song Joanne, Lady Gaga, is it?
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, so it just talks about, one of the chapters, it talks about being Delulu and basically just like faking it till you make it. And like they were like, they came from like nothing and they turned it into something. And like you just kind of have to like literally fake it until you make it. Like, you know, no one knows. Like, and there's even a section where which we should all do this. There's like 5 lines and you write down like 5 manifestations that like you want to do in your lifetime. And
so it's kind of like a vision board, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, I don't know, it's a good silly listen. They read it, and their moms are even in it. And it's
Love.
Yeah, it's just so good. It's really good. I love it.
You really like them. I love that for you.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed. And can I just say, I finally got the notification because I ordered this book like back when they announced that they were coming out with a book. You could pre-order it on Amazon. And then I finally saw that it was like getting delivered on Tuesday, so I like took a snapshot of it and put on Instagram and tagged them. And Paige DeSorbo was the 3rd one to see my story. Well, she could have been the first one, but I just saw that 3 people had seen my story and she was one of them.
And you shit your pants.
Yeah. And then Hannah Berner sent me hearts back and I was like, oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were literally like me and just shit your pants.
Yeah, they're women of the arts.
Wow.
They're women of the arts.
Wow, that's cool, Britt.
Yeah, that's my roast. So go listen to their freaking podcast. They're hilarious. And get the book. Just
what
get the book.
A good little roast. I'm definitely going to have to listen to their podcast. I started listening to Call Her Daddy. I've been listening to that one a lot.
I love her.
I've been like watching it actually, which is nice.
Did you watch the Kardashians? I just finished hers.
It was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I listened to Chloe's podcast too.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Okay,
so
cool.
I listened to Call Her Daddy, Khloe Kardashian's, which I forget what the title of hers is.
Chloe in Wonderland.
Yes, Chloe in Wonderland. And then Amy Poehler just came out with one called Good Hang, and that one's actually really good too.
Oh wait, I think Amy Poehler said something. Was it? Oh yeah, she's the first comment on the back. And it says, this book feels like Hannah and Paige's friendship, honest, hectic, and always hilarious.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I've been listening or watching more of like interview-y ones versus like stories or like what you're listening to like with Giggly Squad and stuff like that. I do listen to I've Had It, which is more of like a conversation like you and I do. It's like 2 best friends and they banter back and forth and they basically just talk about everything they've had it with. And it's so fucking funny. It's like they are just completely relentless. But that's good. I'm glad that's, you had a good experience with that. I'm glad you're still loving the Giggly Squad. That's so cool that they like liked your shit and looked at your shit, like I would be freaking out. That happened to me once with a couple YouTube vloggers. I like commented on one of their photos and they commented back and I like lost my shit. I thought I was so cool. Um, my roast this week is this show Pulse on Netflix. I am a little indifferent about it. I'm on episode 7. There's 10 episodes total, and honestly, the first 3 episodes they look fake as fuck. Like it's literally people driving outside, and the whole entire background looks computerized. Like even in the beginning, it shows like a bus driving down the street in a storm. The bus looks fake. Like I literally started watching it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like why is this even, whatever. We needed to like computerize a bus and like a background. It takes place in Miami, and I'm like, okay, you couldn't just like take videos of a bus driving in Miami like all these other regular shows. I think we're trying too hard now with like AI or just like virtual backgrounds that I think people are just not, they're not, I'm sure they're doing it to cut corners, but like when I look at it, I'm like, this doesn't even feel like a TV show. It feels like I'm watching something fake as fuck because it goes from that like fake setting into like a hospital setting, and then it all is realistic. But then when you go back and it shows scenes from outside, everything is so computerized, and I'm like, wait, this looks so fucking weird. So one, I'm curious if anyone else watches that, or if you decide to like give it a shot, Brittany. I'm curious if you'll have the same thoughts of like the computerization or the graphics in the background as I did. But it's also like I was hoping it would be more like this show that I was watching before called The Pit. That show was bomb.
I want to watch
so
it.
Good. That show is so good, and it's like it's gotten so many reviews saying that that is one of the most accurate depictions of like what it's like working in an emergency department. This show, same thing. It's working in an emergency room, but like it's kind of a lot like Grey's Anatomy too. Like there's drama in there, and like there's this weird relationship going on that's like still unraveling between the chief resident and one of the women that want to be the chief resident, and like there's attendings involved with like patients and stuff like that. So it's kind of, I feel like they're trying too hard to become like Grey's Anatomy or trying to be one of those next hits. And it's frustrating because I like the actress who plays like the lead nurse, and I like the charge nurse in the show, but like other than that, everything else they're just trying too hard, I think, to like reenact or reciprocate what Grey's Anatomy was, and like people aren't going to be able to touch that. So we got to just leave it alone and do something different. So that's my roast this week. Is the show Pulse is okay, but I feel like after this season, I don't know, like I don't think it's going to get picked up for another. I don't think it's that good. People can, respond and let me know if you think differently, but I do not think it was that great. I really don't. I'm still gonna finish it because I only have 3 episodes left, but like I'm gonna finish it. It'll take some power for me to finish it. Like I'll have to power through it, but I gotta finish it now because I gotta see what happens.
Yeah, that one hasn't come across my desk. So the Pulse, got it.
Yep. A good roast that I have is the show called Survival of the Thickest. I don't know if you have seen that.
The season 2 came out, right?
Yep, with Michelle
I have
Buteau.
not started it.
It is one of the funniest shows that Kevin and I have ever seen. We love Michelle Buteau, even more so after watching the first season of the show, but the second season is also phenomenal. So if there's anyone who's looking for a fun, lighthearted thing to have in the background or something to just watch and laugh your ass off, you have to watch Survival of the Thickest. It is so good.
It is really good. I did like that one too.
And like good messaging too. There's good messaging in there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think. I don't even think I had a second to watch TV. Even on Thursdays, like Jeffrey plays poker to midnight, and I used to like have a bunch of girls over, and we'd drink until he'd come up, and then they'd be like, "All right, going home," and like now I just watch one show from like 8 to 9, and I go to bed, and I'm like, oh my god.
This is a little recap of last week's episode, quarter life crisis versus midlife crisis.
Oh my god.
Like, it's so true. You just like get into a different, way or state of mind or way of thinking, and like it's just fucking tiring.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But hopefully this week will be better for you, Britt, because you don't have to go in every single day. It'll be, you're not gonna have to drive 3 hours combined both ways. Like, hopefully it'll be a little easier for you.
And honestly, like by day 2 I was feeling better, and then day 3 I felt great. Like I know what I need to do, and like I was like, normally I'd be like, thank God we have a bunch of meetings today, like I don't have to work as much. But now I'm like, I can't wait until like this coming week where I have less meetings, so I can just like hop right into it and knock it right out right away.
Right.
And just like get my shit done, and like I know who to go to for questions. And like even in office there was this girl that came over and like introduced herself, and she was so nice and so helpful, and like she was there for 3 out of the 4 days, or she might have been there for 4 days, but I don't know that she was. But she introduced herself the first day. She checked in the second day. The third day she sat by us because someone took her seat. And like I was like, hey, like I have a question. She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh damn, I'm like, this is too easy. But literally just like asking questions and knowing that people are there to help you, I'm like, God bless America. I can do this.
God bless us, everyone.
Yeah. Is that Little Tim?
Love it. I think so, yes.
Not to be confused with the rapper Lil Tim's.
Yo, for real. Or Lil Jon or Lil Wayne or all these Lils. Lil Bow Wow.
Oh my god. I had such a crush on him.
Oh, me too, yo.
Break me off.
Like Mike. Oh my god, that was a film right there.
Yeah, my neighbor Corey had that. I remember like we watched it together. Like, break me off a piece of that chocolate bar.
For real. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
All right, Brad, tell us what we got going on next week.
I'm so glad you asked, Sean, because I have to remind myself. So, I think, okay, so it's misheard song lyrics, but I think we should also do misheard things altogether, phrases, words.
I am fine with that.
Because I have a few stories. So anyways, we'll go through famous songs, and you can share your funniest or most outrageous misheard lyrics. So guys, we are going to need, full participation on this one. Okay? We're going to put up a little box on the little Instagram, and you can tell us your little misheard things that are funny, silly, embarrassing, whatever it is. Let us know.
And like Brittany said, it doesn't have to be a song. It can be anything. Like any funny thing that you misheard, we want to hear it.
Right. Like, this is just like, for an example, this didn't actually happen and someone corrected me, but, when you would play hide and go seek and you'd say ollie ollie oxen free? Do you know what it really was supposed to be?
Oh my god, no.
It was, you can all come out free. And like, we as kids probably didn't know what someone was saying, and we would just say ollie ollie oxen free, and it was you all can come out free because they're giving up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Right?
What an example. If this is any sort of tuning in for next week, folks, you better be there. Oh my god, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. No, I remember, I think one of my friend's moms told me that. She had a couple of them, and I was like, what?
Oh
and like,
my god.
Do you know why? And this has nothing to do with that, but this was another thing she said that day. Do you know why it was like tradition for the husband to, because supposedly, I think you were supposed to have like a new house after you got married too. Maybe not a new house, but the husband would carry the wife over the threshold.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
I guess like the devil would like go up her dress and like for like babies or something, it would like ruin her. So like you would carry
What?
her over the threshold so the devil couldn't like enter her body or something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so.
Shit. So what happened to me when Kevin carried me over the threshold? He went in my pants?
Did he?
No, he didn't carry me over the threshold, bitch. I walked through that door.
Oh shit, you were like
I was like, I got this.
You were like the devil works hard, but Sean Lesbronce works harder.
Yep, that's right. I'll punch it right in the face.
Oh.
That's what I did. No, I'm just kidding. So yes. We want to hear from you. We want to know all of your crazy things that you've heard or misheard in that particular situation. These are going to be so good. I already have a few that I can't wait to talk about, laugh about, because I don't know if I'm the only one or not, but man, it is I feel like mine are common mistakes that happen a lot, but they're funny. Thank you for listening this week. We hope that all of our besties take some time, drink some tea, share the tea, take some moments for yourself this week. Have some downtime. Don't be so hard on yourself. And just keep going, besties. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and stay sexual as ever. Fill your
Yes.
cup.
Stay sexual. And make sure you do, what is it, the 6 P's or whatever you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, the 6 P's. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
I love it. I love it. You heard it here first, folks.
So yeah, as always, in besties we trust. Bye.
Bye.